fights when I used to go to a school, particular school. Well, welcome to all my fight stories. So, I guess this series is gonna be about all these stories, all the topic of stories I have, I guess. Here's the first one, and you guys should probably know these if you watch some previous live streams of mine. So, one time at Riffinstein, there was this kid named Reggie, and this other kid that was like a lot taller than him. Like a lot taller than me, but I was a lot taller than Reggie. Well, he hated when he got called Reginald for some reason. I don't know why. But I accidentally called him Reginald, and then he was like, "Hey Michael, F you!" And then just took a punch at me. It didn't really knock me to the ground or anything, but then I took a punch at him because I was a stupid fourth grader. Oh yeah, by the way, these are not timeline order, I guess. So then he tried to take another punch at me, but I had to dodge it. And then, he tried to tackle me first, but then I tried to tackle him, and then the teacher started to break us up. Well, that's not really an interesting fight story, but still a fight. Here's the latest fight. So this was the time I was in 3rd grade, like my first, I don't think my really first fight. Tried to keep cool in 3rd grade. But Reggie again, Reginald. Well, I was in this other classroom at the time, a lot bigger than the classroom I mainly was in. So Reggie started talking crap at me, so I started talking crap at him. So then we started fighting, but this ain't really interesting because I kicked him. He tried to punch me, I backed away and then kicked him, but he kind of grabbed my leg and kind of wouldn't let go. So that's a KO for me then. I got KO'd. And then Caden, I'm sure you've heard of him. He tried to punch the shit out of me. He was really strong and buff, so if he punched me, I would have probably lost a couple teeth, had a big bruise on my face that would have lasted far from now, and probably would have like 5 concussions. Well, one time before we went to computer lab, Reggie and I were friends, and there's this other kid, forgot his name, but Reggie and I and this other kid were friends then. So we kind of stood up for each other. Well, Caden was being a little dickhead as usual, so he started messing with me, Reggie, and this other kid. So I had quite enough, so I started talking smack to him. Guess what? He punched me. Well, he threw the first punch, but I dodged it. Me being a coward and rationally terrified of this kid, Caden, because he was like a fucking WWE wrestler compared to me. I ran. So I hid behind a wall, and after the computer lab, well, it kind of cooled down from there. Alright. Oh yes, the World War III classroom story. So, we were all chilling in the classroom, and then Caden and this other kid, Zach, they were like the same build. they could probably knock someone out 2 times for 1 punch if they got really pissed off at you. So they started arguing and bickering, and then Reggie and I started saying, "Shut up, we're trying to learn." And then they started retaliating at us. So then, well, Caden picked up a chair and threw it across the room and almost killed me. So I threw a desk over, but then the teacher had to evacuate us. So they grabbed me, Reggie, and the other kid and Zach. Well, I think Zach was in there. I don't know. Forgot. Time flies. And then put us in this little room where you would get the hell out of. There's a fire exit. So then we were all banging on the door like we were a zombie apocalypse trying to infect the school. So then they tried to get Caden to calm down. He was pissed. Not having it at all. So then he tried to get us, but the teachers caught him and really put him in the safe room. Alright, here's this other story now. So, okay, me and Reggie and this other kid and our other kid, well, we sometimes have beef with each other. So then this is one of those times where we were all fighting. Well, oh wait, no, not the other kid, it was the tall one that I was sort of afraid of. So then they started trying to jump me. I punched Reggie and then pushed the other kid down. And then the other kid that wasn't the other kid, I'm forgetting people's names, tried to fight me. I pushed him back and then he just went BAM! Right in my fucking face. And it didn't quite knock me on the ground, but was about ready to knock me on the ground. Well, that was enough KO. I had quite enough of it. So I had to go to the nurse and get my face checked out. And I was kind of holding back tears. I was about ready to let loose, but then I decided, well, it's not really worth it. I can't show them I'm a baby, so then I went back and to the classroom and put a towel on my face. And then I decided to be an idiot, run out the room, and then went to the gym again. He didn't see me, so I just pounced on him and shoved him onto the wall. And then he tried to punch me. Well, I dodged it and punched him in the chest. And, well, we kind of got sent to the after this whole thing. Pause that right quick. That looks like Ninja. You know, the famous YouTuber. You probably heard of him. Right next to me. So, yeah. Griffinstein is a school where you eat or be eaten. Or, well, beat up or be beaten up. People in that school don't screw around. And fights happen on a regular basis. Fights happen every day. Someone gets pissed off at someone else, starts cussing them out, and then decides to start throwing punches. This was a terrible school. So, oh yes, the time me and Reggie got McDonald's. Me and Reggie and the other kid got McDonald's from the mindfulness teachers because Caden was being ridiculous. So then, we were in the classroom chilling, trying to learn something for once, and then Caden and Zach start screwing around, having beef again. Everyone else is like, oh shit, here we go again. So then Caden starts throwing pencils everywhere. Miss Moya, the teacher, tells him to stop. Well, Caden seemed like he was playing fucking dark and darted a pencil at her. Luckily he didn't hit her. She's just trying to do her job. And she has a daughter, autistic daughter that she has to deal with, and comes to the classroom and tries to fight me and everyone else. Well, she really didn't have any beef with me, but everyone else, she did. So then Zach starts trying to punch Caden. Caden starts trying to punch Zach. And then Miss Moya's like, well, I'm gonna take the kids that are not being assholes, well, she didn't really say that, to the mindfulness room, where they can not get their ass kicked. She didn't say that either. She's a teacher. She didn't really cuss. She never cussed. So then we were all traumatized that someone was probably gonna get killed that day. And then, well, luckily no one did, but Caden, Zach are annoying as hell. They're always doing something stupid that gets someone hurt. So she's like, well, how about I go get you guys? And me, Reggie, and the arcade were like, oh yeah. So we got McDonald's and ate McDonald's. Alright, here's the start of the story though. Well, everyone's cutting up except for me. So I got this ain't really a fight story, but somewhat like a fight story. So everyone was being really a dickhead that day, and we were gonna have recess, but I'm the only one that got to go to recess, so I played with some other kids, like kids that were older than me. We played some, I forgot what it was. Not trying to kill each other though. So then, let's see. I got back from recess. I think lunch was after recess. I forgot. I think recess was after lunch. I think it was lunch before recess. No, it was recess before. Yeah, it was recess before lunch. So I was like, well, I didn't really eat school lunches, so I went to go grab my lunch. And then when I opened the door, Miss Moya slammed the door, and I was like, well, everyone was starting to charge at me, so Miss Moya had to slam the door. And then I got scared and I had to run because I didn't want everyone jumping on me at the same time. So then I was like, there was this other girl that was in my class that Caden really hated, beat the shit out of her sometimes. She should really sue him. Wait, can you see? One of the parents said that she should sue Caden for being a little dickhead. So, well, I was like to her, well, everyone is trying to kill me in my class for once. Not someone having my side on some, so what should I do? She's like, well, don't go into class. I was like, well, I'll keep that in mind. And then one of them got out, so I had to run as fast as I could. I went to the big kid part of the school. Like, one time there was a tornado that hit the school. I wasn't alive then, so it destroyed the school, but then the school people decided to expand it, so there was the middle school hall that was on the other side of the school, so I ran there and, I just went to one of the classes to hide. Luckily, they let me lay low for a little bit. So I laid low, and then everyone calmed down, but then my case manager came. So I was like, oh, thank God. And then we were talking about what all happened in some room. I don't know what the room was really about. And then, well, Reggie came in. He's like, Michael, I'm sorry for being a little asshole to you. Well, it's okay, I guess. I would probably be mad if I didn't get recess either. So then we were cool again, but Caden really wasn't. He actually wanted Reggie to be mean to me still. Well, like I said, it wasn't really a fight story. So then, that's the end of that story, I guess. Trying to think of some more fight stories. Let me think. Oh yeah, there was this fight on the playground. So then, I was minding my own business. It rained the other day. Well, like yesterday, it rained, so the slides were wet. Well, me not knowing that, I went on the slide and I kind of slid into some water by accident. And then everyone else thought I pissed myself. Like, no, I didn't. And then Caden, the bully bastard he is, tried to punch me. I had to run again. Reggie, well, he tried to punch Caden. Caden punched him. I kicked Caden in the ass. So then he was like, "Oh, fuck you," and then started chasing me around the playground. I was screaming like a banshee. He's like, "Michael, you're gonna die today, bitch." So, I did the logical thing, went to the swing and just chucked the swing thing at him. It kind of actually went to where it hit him in the balls. And I was laughing so hard I could have probably even stand. Well, good thing the laugh was over in a hurry because I would have needed to not laugh to get myself to run as fast as I possibly could imaginably. Because Caden started chasing after me again, so I had to run because I could not fist fight this fool because he was way stronger than me, and probably still is today. And I just pray to God that when COVID ends and stuff starts getting back to normal and we start going to school again, that he does not come to my school because I am so screwed if he does. Because one of my enemies at Griffinstein came over. It was a tall kid. Oh god. Some stories about fighting. The school is terrible. You do not want to end up in this school. So, oh yes. Well, this ain't really a fight story either. Well, alright, I got one before this other one. So, we were in the, yes, I think you heard this one before too. We were in the gym. The PE teacher, as a unresponsible PE teacher that he is, let two people that would probably start fighting at any second late alone out of sight. So then, that happened. We were playing hockey. I accidentally hit Reggie with the hockey stick, so I kind of threw the hockey stick aside, and then he started like charging at me. He was gonna hit me with the hockey stick. I think I did some karate before all this happened, so I knew what to do. Don't really fight, but, well, I didn't really want to fight anyways. I just knew I couldn't let him fight me because I would get my ass kicked if I kept just standing there. So I did the best move I probably ever did when fighting someone. I grabbed the hockey stick from him. Well, he still had a really good death grip on it. So you can do this if someone's trying to hit you with a hockey stick or a bat or something. Grab it, pull him towards you, and then just push him as hard as you possibly can. Now, the hockey stick or bat or whatever might get out of your hands and they'll go flying on the ground, or they might lose grip on the hockey stick. If you're not that strong, you might have to do it a couple times, but just do it as hard as you can. And then, he wasn't really that strong or tall or anything, so he came crashing to the ground, and then I didn't want to kick the shit out of him, so I tackled him and held him down. He kind of got on top of me. I got back on top of him. Meanwhile, the PE teacher was probably eating a Subway sandwich, sipping on a Sprite, Coke, or some. Think about, well, these kids are really nice for how they are in these classes. And then, like, Reggie yelled, "Get off of me!" And then he's like, "Oh shit!" And then he seen me on Reggie, holding him down with probably a dent in the wall because he lost grip of the hockey stick. So after he fell to the ground, I threw the hockey stick. It might have had a little scratch on the wall. The walls aren't really meant to get injured if the hockey stick gets thrown at them. So the hockey stick was like far from me and Reggie. And then it's like, what happened in here now? They're like, well, we were playing hockey, and then I accidentally hit him with the hockey stick, and he started trying to kill me for some reason. So I had to take the hockey stick from him and pin him to the ground because I didn't want to really get in trouble. And then after a while, he came around and started accepting my apology and stuff. So I guess that's a good thing. Now Keaton was really the type to he is a friend to me, but then sometimes he likes to not be a friend to me. Like, he kind of a hairline trigger. I guess that's what you call them. Hairline triggers. So that if you give them a dirty look, they'll start trying to take you out. I feel bad for this one guy that's I'm spectating right now. He just keeps getting whacked off the thing. By that one thing right there. Yes. Try so hard. No, you're not gonna make it. Someone else is gonna make it. Oh. Well, at least I made it. Alright. My character's like, bye-bye. Alright, let me think of some more fight stories. Oh. One time I got in trouble for some. I forgot what it was. This ain't really a fight story, but it involves some violence, I guess. You can decide that. So, Reggie got in trouble for some, I got in trouble for some. So we were in well, this was before I came in, but he got in trouble for some. I heard, like, well, no, actually I was in there. I was in there and then he was like, well, what do you want to punish? Like, I tried to escape, but really, like I got caught, but Reggie pulled the 1000 IQ play and tricked the guards into something, and then just took a run for it out the door. I was like laughing a lot, LOL, laughing out loud. Well, there's this one time in that one place, I forgot what it was, that these girls came up to me like, hey, you want to be a main or something? Like, yeah, fine. And then we plotted an escape plan. And then, we were sitting on the couch like, it's go time. This was probably like 10 minutes before the lights out. So then, they ran for it, so I had to run for it too. So I took a chair and knocked it down for a distraction. And then, like, I had to dodge a couple people that were trying to stop me. I forgot what the place was. This was a long time ago too. But anyways, we were running, and then I seen this, like, we ran out of this one place where we all stayed, and then I seen like, people were chasing after me, so then I seen a mop and a water bucket, so I was like, well, I am going to knock this over so they will fall like cartoon characters after stepping on a banana. So I had my hand out and just whacked that broomstick and it knocked, well, guess what? It knocked the bucket over. And then I looked back and like, I seen everyone like, what? I did the motion and then knocked my mic out. I'm like, so they were like, whoa, and sliding all over the place. I was laughing so hard, I almost fell over. I didn't really want to go to the place they were going. I wanted to escape and get the hell out of there, so I went for the door. Well, of course it was locked, because some people sleep in the hallway there. Like, well, shit. I ran the other way. They got up, cleaned it up a little bit, and tried to get me, but I kind of dodged them. I was kind of cornered. And, yeah. I kind of got caught and thrown into I got punched. That's not really a fight story, but it's a funny one. It was funny. It was really funny. Well, to me at least. Probably wasn't funny for the poor people that were after me. Alright, this same place. There's a storm. It was like raining like hell outside. Like lightning everywhere. Like, oh god, what the hell is going on out there? There's a tornado going. Because it was still in Kansas City, Kansas. And then I was like looking like everyone else, but this girl came up and just grabbed my neck and threw me aside. I'm like, hey, really? Well, I didn't really fight her because I knew I would get in trouble if I did, and I don't really fight girls. That's my thing. I'm a boy, not supposed to fight girls, so I really didn't have a thing to do. So I just like got If only it was a boy, I would have started. We would have been on the ground tackling each other, beating the shit out of each other right now. I wasn't really a coward back then, but I was a little of a coward. Like, I know my place. And if someone bigger tries to fight me, I'm a coward. So I try, but probably not gonna happen. Alright, there's this other kid named, I forgot his name. So he says he lives on a farm and he does 100 push-ups a night and bullshit like that. I'm like, no, you do not. Your arms are small, but they are kind of hard though. But my well, bicep, I guess. Mine hard, but it's thick. It's not like an inch wide like this kid. But one time we were like, he's like flexing and shit. So we're all feeling his muscles like, that's hard as a rock. But I still had muscles that were hard though, but they were not as thin as his. Like, I wasn't really strong as it. I was weaker than I was. I was weaker back then because, you know, I was younger and, you know, yeah. But I can still kind of pack a punch. So one time, he wrote in a notebook. We had these notebooks. I tried to make a story. I really did well. You know, Arthur and Red writes in his notebook about events. So he was writing in the notebook, like, and then threw it in the trash. I seen him flipping me off and stuff. So like, well, like the whole time he was giving me a very bad look. But, well, he's probably writing something about me, but then after he's done, he showed it to me like for 3 seconds and then just threw it in the trash can. Like, huh. So I ran over to the trash can. The people were like, oh God, here we go again. Like, the adults were like that. And then I just got it out of the trash, which was kind of disgusting actually. Like, you know, Michael, I do not love you. Like, well, good thing you're not gay. Like, but this kid is weird. And then I was like, you are not my dad. And I was also like, what the fuck? Why would I be your dad, you stupid idiot? So then he kept flipping me off. And then he was about ready to, he sent me he showed me that a sign that he was gonna start fighting me. So then he got up out of his chair and just ran like a few inches, but then went back to sit down. So, but then when he got back to sit down, I was already halfway there, and I was running towards him. And then he got back up, and then punched me in the shoulder. But then I pushed him down, and it didn't even hurt actually. But I pushed him down on his chair, and then he went flying back off of his chair and fell flat on his back. I imagine that hurt because he didn't get up for a little while. So I got thrown into that place again, back in the ditch. It's not a ditch. It's a room with a door. It's a room with a door, like every other room. Except this room is probably where you go to fucking hide from a tornado. The door was kind of thick, actually. Well, that was enough for him to leave me the hell of alone. So, yeah. That all happened. Alright, back at Griffinstein. a place where you do not want to be at. So someone started fighting someone else, and then in the cafeteria, and then it started going down. Like, it started spreading. Because someone got pushed up on the table. Two people were fighting on the table. That knocked a whole bunch of people's lunches over, so that made them start fighting them. And then it was spreading to me, Josh, Caden, and your kid's table. So then they took Caden's lunch and smacked someone else over the head with it. But that wouldn't do much damage. I don't know why they did that, because it's these plastic things that break it. But they don't even work. Like, they don't even do their job. They break if you have food on it. So Caden got all pissed off because his food was everywhere, and then he was strong. He's very strong. He's like a WWE wrestler, like I said. So he picked him up, sort of. He wasn't that big. His kid was probably really small. Put him on the place where he sit, and then shoved him on my food. He probably did that because he hates me. So then I was like, Caden, what the fuck? And then threw a bottle of milk at him, which was Reggie's. Oh my god. Always beef with Reggie, and he does nothing to me. Sort of. So then Reggie pushes me. He almost pushed me down, but didn't quite, so I had to push him back. I pushed him down because he used a stick. So then the other kid, that his friend Reggie was not the tall one, but the other kid started trying to punch me, so I punched him back. So then, it was like a war now. So then it started going to some other kids, which started fighting them, and then some kid over there just randomly ran to me and just punched me in the face. It kind of knocked me down because this kid is big buff. Oh my god, here we go. It didn't hurt. It hurt a lot, but I still got back up and then just swung. Well, I didn't really punch him, but I did a backwards punch, like my elbow in his face. So that knocked him down, like upon impact, he just spanned and just went face first onto the ground. So then security was called to break up the fight, and then someone drop kicked someone else, and then someone tackled someone else into me, so then we went down like dominoes. It kind of hurt my arm because my arm was red after that. So then I kicked the kid that was on top of me off, and then he tried to kick me, but then I punched him, and then he tried to kick me again. I grabbed his leg like Reggie did to me in the 3rd grade and just yeeted it. So then he went spinning like a top on a ice pick thing. I don't know. Then he went to the ground, and then the security guard got to me, but then I had to run, and then I was looking back, and I just ran into somebody else. That knocked both of us over. And then the person started attacking me over it. So then the guy... and then the guy got to us, and then started breaking us and this other kid up. But then had a good hold on me, but then I kind of slid away. So then this other... everyone's trying to fight everyone. It's a bar brawl, basically. I think there's a video on it on Red Dead Redemption 2. There was a bar brawl, and Arthur got thrown out the window. Well, it was that, but a whole bunch of school kids, like 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders jumping on each other and stuff. So then I ran again, so then I had to get away from this mess. This other kid came over and started trying to beat me up. So then I had to beat him up, so I just kind of kicked him in the nuts. I was exhausted after that. So then the guy, one of the security guards grabbed me, took me into the safe. Well, tried to, but I really tried to get away from him. Like, I wasn't surrendering, I was like pulling. And then he just took me by my feet and started dragging me. It was kind of funny and fun, but it kind of hurt a little bit because my arms were hurting a lot. And then on the ground, getting dragged away further and further, I seen Caden just come slam dunk this one kid on the floor and then just went back and just punched this kid. I think I seen a tooth fly out too. And then he just went on the ground, probably knocked him out because he didn't get back up at all. He was down, gone. Completely gone. So then someone tried to punch Caden. This kid was actually taller for once. Grabbed Caden and then knocked him clear on the ground. So then that's the end of Caden for a while. I punched him hard. That punch looked painful. So I've never seen Caden that happen to Caden ever. Whoa! Someone can do that to Caden? I thought he was like 10-year-old Rock or something. The 10-year-old version of The Rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. There's nothing stopping him. But this kid stopped him. So meanwhile, in the safe room, we were in stalls because I stopped fighting in the hallway. Like, I see my friends getting beat up, like one of them, but the other one was beating this other kid up. I don't even know what I'm doing in this game right now. Oh, I know. So then, I was sitting in the stall, like, oh god, we're gonna be here forever. The whole rest of the day. Fighting and probably knocking someone out. I think I knocked someone out. Yeah, I don't know. And then one by one I seen kids getting dragged in, screaming like a banshee, pulling, trying to punch the security guards guy. And then they got home like, honey, what happened at work today? Why do you have a black eye? Well, there's a bar brawl at the fucking cafeteria, so I had to try and break everyone up from it. There's this one kid that wouldn't stop frickin' pulling away from me. There's this one kid that knocked someone clean off the floor. Like, this other kid did drop kicked him. Some other one. It was a mayhem, bar brawl, full-on school fight today. Funny, oh my god. That's probably what happened. Well, there wasn't just one security guard, there was like 3. Like, one security, oh my god. If there's one security guard, that would not be good. Because that, whatever happened would not be what happened. Like, stuff wouldn't have went down if there was just one guy. There's 3 of them trying to break everyone up. And still it took like 40 minutes to get everyone calmed down. And there's no normal kids in that school. Well, there is, but they don't screw around. They fight. They fight to the end. So then, yeah, there was kids rolling in, like, every minute or so. And then I seen Caden. He, like, 2 guys had to have him, like, pull him there. But he was conscious. And he gave me the dirtiest look anyone can give anyone, ever. And I thought to myself, what did I do? You threw a kid on my lunch. What else am I supposed to do? Not say, hi, you want to be best friends? Yeah, I would. If a kid threw another kid on your lunch, would you be happy? Would you just sit there like, oh well? But this was like the biggest fight ever at the school. Tons of parents were called. One kid went to the freaking hospital. My parents were like, Michael, someone fights you, don't fight back. They just gave me the don't fight back. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Stand there while someone beats the living shit out of me? Well, I didn't really say that. But I said crap. So that was a crazy fight. Like the craziest fight ever. There's ones that were crazy. Don't get me wrong. Crazy fights. But this one tops them out completely. Alright, let's see. Oh yes, another fight on the playground. So, I was on this spinny thing, going like 100 miles per hour. There's recess. The school puts middle schoolers and the grade schoolers in one lunch. So I had this big 8th grader pushing me, so I was going fast as fuck. I was going like 100 miles per hour on that thing. So fast that I had to, like, my feet went off the thing, hanging on for dear life. This kid like, well, I'm not gonna be here if this kid goes flying off the thing and gets a tooth knocked out or a concussion, so I'm gonna get out of here. And then here comes this one kid walking with his friend. I'm like, get out of the way! And my foot just comes going right into it, the nuts, right into the nuts. I was going fast. He was like, oh! And just fell to the floor. His friend was like, hey, what the fuck? And then, well, my foot came my foot again, but he got out of the way. And then next time my foot came, he stopped, and my hand lost grip, and then I just went flying on the ground. Like, sorry. And then he just punched me in the chest. So I retaliated like any other person would in that school. So I punched him in the face. Well, it was just a punching party right there. A full-on fist fight again. So me versus this other kid. And then this kid laying on the ground, probably right nut broke the left nut. My foot broke the right nut. So then he was on the ground like probably about ready to die there like now. While me and this other kid were just fighting, having a fist fight, and then one of the teachers seen, tried to break us up, but then I punched this other kid in the face, and then he kicked me in the balls. But I went on the ground, but then the teacher was running towards us, so I was like, no, I'm not getting KO. So there's this blacktop thing, well, there's mulch on it, and then this step down, so I got back up, charged at him, and then just both of us went flying off this little platform thing. It wasn't that high, but it wasn't that low either. Probably get hurt if you trip off of it. So, me on top of this kid, like, oh, and then splat on the ground. This kid, we were laying there, like, probably hanging on for dear life, to our lives. We were laying there, like, his back probably broken and shit, and then my arm was just on top of his chest, like, well, basically the shoulders, and then we were just laying there, and then we had to get picked up by the security guard guys because we weren't that light. And we went to the cell places were in that school. But he was okay, nothing got broken. Well, he kind of got twisted ankle, and my elbow was on the verge of freaking cracking because I fell halfway on my elbow, but well, we both went. He went back first. I went chest first, like face first. I didn't look at it, fall on it. Look at it, fall on the ground, and have my nose broken. Well, my whole face broken. And then, well, my elbow had to be wrapped up in a cast. Well, not really a cast, but thick bandages, I guess. Call them those. Not a cast. So, this kid sort of had to have a back brace on for a week. Well, I had to have my little elbow cast on for like 2 weeks because I hit my funny bone, and that really didn't feel funny at all. No, sorry, it did not feel funny. This kid was mad at me for the rest of that school year. Like the whole rest of the school year. He was mad at me. But he didn't fight with me. And, well, his friend, he didn't die. But he was about ready to. Because that had to hurt like hell. Like, I was hanging on for dear life on that spinny thing. And then this kid that didn't do anything to me came up and just had his balls came out of his fucking butt. Well, his friend thought I did it on purpose, so he tried to attack me. That's how it, yeah, that's basically how it all started. And that was a pretty crazy fight too. Like, there's actually a couple kids yelling, fight, 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 and then once I tackled him off the thing, they're like, ooh, those two have to be hurting like hell. Well, we sort of just played there until the people got us, because there's no getting away from them. And there's no fighting each other anymore, because we were like physically injured. So that was a crazy time. That was a really crazy time. Alright. Wait, so I have this crush/girlfriend in that school. And then this one kid tried to take her away. Like, now I only date guys that are tough. And she knew I was tough because she's seen half of my shenanigans with our kids. Well, she didn't see any of this our kid's shenanigans, so he pulled the biggest shenanigan ever. Well, I like to play basketball there, so he threw a, he's like, hey Michael, give me the ball. What? No. And he just yeeted the ball into my face. Full force. And I was wearing glasses back then, but luckily they didn't break or anything. But that kind of knocked me to the ground in my girlfriend scene, so I really couldn't be a pussy, so I got back up and then this was in the gym during my just free time before school even starts. So I just pushed him on the wall, grabbed his shirt, and just threw him down on the ground. And then I started yelling curse words at him. Like, he was on the ground, but I got back up, tried to punch me, so I kind of had quick reflexes there. I couldn't really get my ass kicked in front of a GF. No boy would want to get their ass beaten in front of their girlfriend. It's just not how it works. Well, if they did, they would probably have to act like it didn't hurt. even though I felt like I was about ready to die, because, trust me, a basketball to your face or a soccer ball to your face, any ball to your face. Like, I played basketball. I played basketball at school. I played soccer at school. I know what it feels like to have one of those balls in your face. It hurts. I had that happen to me just last year. Luckily, it rained and snowed forever, and it was those softballs I used. So it didn't hurt as bad, but it still hurt. It still hurts. Alright, so then, oh yeah, back to the story. Back to regularly scheduled programming. He was on the ground, and then tried to punch me. I grabbed his fist because I put the reflexes, like I said. And then, well, I kind of squeezed the fist. And then he tried to kick me, and then I grabbed his foot. That kind of hurt because he was wearing shoes, and it kind of made one of my fingernails kind of cut my hand a little bit, so that hurt. So then I just pushed him back, and then he fell on his back, and then we got sent to the, you know what, the little cell things. Yeah, they're fun. And you guys should know what sarcasm is too. Just sit in a small 4x4 cell with no door, staring at the person that brought you there. If it's not a security guard, the person that brought you there. If a teacher or parent brought you there, you just stare at each other for how long you got sent to there. I think fighting, you get sent there for like 10 minutes every week. But this kid was mad at me still, so he was flipping me off. I was like, you wanna go again? You wanna go again? Whispering so no one would hear. And then the para that was there had to go to the restroom. So he acted like he was gonna punch me. And then I was like, you wanna go right now? There's no one seeing us. We can go right now if you want. So he tried to tackle me, and then I tried to tackle him back. And then he pushed me up against the wall. So I kind of kicked him in the nuts. I really have a lot of nut shots in me. And then he was like, oh. And then he punched me. And then right when he punched me, the teacher came in. Well, the para that went to the restroom came in. Now, she was a lady, and if you're a guy, go to the restroom at the same time as a lady. Boys always get done first. Just, no offense to girls or anything, but boys always get done first somehow. But that was awfully quick, like a minute in to that. She's like, well, we got another 10 minutes on, so 20 minutes. And also our time got reset, so 24 minutes of hell, just staring at each other. So then, that's the end of that fight story. Oh yes, recent one from, well, not that recent, from a year ago, basically. We were playing soccer. There's this kid that played soccer. Well, a lot of kids played soccer in school, Pullman. So I was kicking the ball, like you always kick balls in soccer. That's the main focus of the game. So then this one kid tackled me down. I was like, whoa, I didn't know we were playing football. Well, technically we were playing football, but us Americans call it soccer. But why isn't football called soccer and soccer called football? It's just, it confuses me, okay? It's just confusing. It's confusing, okay? Confusing. So then, we're like, hey, what the hell? I thought we were playing soccer, not football. And then, like, he just throws a cuss word at me. Like, he cusses me out a little bit. I kind of push him, then he pushes me harder. I go on the ground, and then everyone else like, hee hee, laughing. So I'm like, there's this one kid that's still laughing but kicking the ball. I go over to the kid and just kick the ball at him hard. Like the kid that pushed me. To show that I'm not a weeb that likes getting laughed at. So it kind of hits him on the arm. The kids are still laughing, sort of. And then, well, there's another ball right by me, so I kick it, and, well, Michael's top 5 nut shots went straight into the nut. And everyone's like, oh! Oh my God! Michael, you are the nut master. Well, the teachers don't really see because they see stuff, but soccer, this thing is kind of far. So we got soccer taken away from us. Well, there's more kids involved before that though. And then one kid tried to fight me in the midst of all that. But my friend was over there too, so my friend has got my back, so it wasn't Tommy. I don't know where Tommy was. I don't know. He usually hangs out with Oscar and Evan. And the other kids. I don't know where he's at. I'm not even sick. So then, well, the teacher is yelling and screaming cuss words coming out of everyone's mouth, so they kind of see what's wrong, and then, well, oh God, fighting, oh hell no, we're strict teachers, we do not associate with fighting club at school. We shall have no soccer for a few days, or whatever. Well, that one day, well, everyone was being an asshole. Well, 80% of the kids were being an asshole at lunch and got recess taken away from us. Like first 5 minutes and then 10 minutes and then 20 minutes. Well, 20 minutes was actually when recess ended. So that was basically all of recess. I'm still talking. So got 5 minutes off of the next day, I believe. So. I guess it really didn't matter because, there's no play sets there, no swings, no spinny thingies, or no one can get kicked in the nuts, but still nut shots happen because, soccer and people probably get kicked in the nuts from accidentally misjudging the ball and accidentally hitting someone else's balls. Alright, and then one time, I'm pretty sure you've heard of Evan before, and I keep forgetting his name. He's a little taller than Evan, but still shorter than me. They look like they should be in grade school. Evan looks like he should be in the 3rd grade because he's kind of tiny. Maybe he's not actually a 6th grader, but he's just super smart. That could be it. So, well, not really a fight happened. So, Evan keeps calling me a sandwich because I like sandwiches. I don't like school lunches. I never really did, except for pizza. I did like pizza from there. Because on Fridays we usually get pizza. Well, my mom still packs lunches, so I just don't need those for lunch. Kind of mean they're not for lunch, but I don't have that much of an appetite. I have more of an appetite now, so, because, you know, I'm older. And I definitely get older than before. So, yeah. Alright, this is our time when Isaiah, I think you might have heard of him too. Well, let's say he sometimes is addicted to me too. So then, one time I was walking down the stairs because no school has stairs. So then, he comes running by me and then just, like, bangs my binder on the floor and takes some papers away from me. Well, there's one drawing that I needed to do and that I haven't finished quite yet in art, and then there's and then it was just math homework that I didn't finish. I finished, but I was gonna turn it in for math. But that got gone. That was gone. That was gone. He took one and then shredded the rest. I don't know what he did with it. I was pissed. Like, I just dropped my backpack and everything else and just ran after him. I almost knocked someone down in the pursuit. Like, I was kind of rude to these 3 girls that were just standing, chilling in the hall. Luckily, I didn't knock them over or anything, but what the hell? So, Isaiah got to his teacher's class. I was about ready to beat the living shit out of him for what he did. But his teacher stopped me. He looks like Mr. Kuhn from 1st grade at this other school I went to. So then, we were sort of like in a standoff. Like, you know, a standoff. So, we didn't really get in combat or anything, but this isn't the only time he destroyed my property. One time, he likes to throw my lunch box in the tree. He is the biggest dickhead you would ever see. Well, yeah, he was. But he is sort of a friend. He says he's sorry, but it's kind of bullshit because he just keeps doing it. So we were still in a standoff. I charge at him, but his teacher blocks the way, and his teacher's a real heavy-set guy, so there's no way getting past that. And then well, I went to the teacher to say that, I went to my teacher and said, Isaiah stole my stuff and ripped it. And I don't even know where in the hell my backpack and binder is anymore. But wait, my backpack was there. I think his friend, like, after I started chasing Isaiah, his friend might have went back to get my binder. And, well, and then after all that, like, I didn't get my binder back until after school. Like, when school ended, we went back to the locker room. Lockers, the small lockers that are gray and boring. And then, well, I see Isaiah with my binder. And then he runs for the restroom there, not so far. Oh, God. I thought, oh, shit. I am gonna kill this fool if he throws my binder in that damn toilet. Well, he slams the door into my face and then locks it. I tried to bang on it. I tried to throw stuff at it. That doesn't work. And then, well, he didn't really lock the door. He held it shut. And then I burst in the room. I had to fall over. And then he just yeets it into the, well, trash can. Well, at least it wasn't the toilet. And then I grabbed my binder and started chasing after him again because, you know, it's still disgusting. Someone could have vomited in there. Luckily they didn't, because I didn't see any vomit. It's disgusting no matter what. Alright, this is our story. So, Urias, another friend of mine, so he's like, hey Michael, we play Nitro Tag for our breaks. So, he's like, you want some free Nitro Tag money? I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, give me your computer for a second. And then I was like, okay, he starts typing. And then on Isaiah's computer, see, I had 600,000 in Nitro Tag money. And I was like, Isaiah? And I see it from my name on there. Like, wait, what? And I look on my computer, no money on that game left. Like, and then I started yelling at Urias. I was like pushing him. I tried and punch him, but it didn't really work. And then Miss Tiffany's like pulls out her phone and is like, hey everyone, I thought kids were really mad at Fortnite. She was probably doing a TikTok or Instagram, some shit like that. When we were about ready to kill each other. Like, I was about ready to kill Urias. At least it wasn't enough money to buy the Batmobile in that game. So then I try and get I try to get Isaiah's computer, but then Urias takes and starts running around, and then Isaiah takes mine and starts running around. I start chasing him. I just push a desk over, and then like Isaiah knocks over a chair or something. And no computers were damaged and hurt in the making of this, but that was bad. And then every time I see Urias, I'm like, hey, can I have my Nitro Tech money back? You gonna give me some out of your Nitro Tech wallet? Like, yeah, I will. And then the next day arrives, I'm like, just repeat. I never got the 600,000 in Nitro Tech money back. So I just had to earn it back by typing. 600,000. I was working up to buy the deluxe, so DeLorean or time machine in that game, or an airplane, or some Batmobile. I wish that never happened. And then here's another story about, it's not really a fight story, these are mainly school and stories about stuff. Involves some sort of act of violence, I guess, or some aggression, I guess. So, right, I didn't have a phone back then. So, oh no, this was in high school, before middle school. So Urias came up to me, hey, Michael, you want a free phone? I was like, yeah, because he had like 3. So I'm like, yeah, sure. So he's like, go say that. So go say some mean stuff to this girl over here. I'm like, fine. And then I do it. She starts getting mad at me. Her friends start retaliating at me. And then I'm like, Urias, help me out here. Because he had beef with her. I don't know. She broke up with him or something. Like, and then he just ran. Oh shit, you little scumbag. So I had to run away and they started chasing after me. So then I ran after Urias. And 3 girls after me. And then the teacher never noticed because they thought we were playing tag or something. Well, I started yelling at Urias to stop, and he's a pussycat. And the air goes behind me, we're gonna kill you, Urias and Michael. I'm like, oh shit, they know my name too. They can steal my identity or something. So then it's just a running fest from there on out. And then the whistle blows. Well, that means we're supposed to run to inside. Get in line. Well, Urias didn't go in line. The girls were not going in line. They were still chasing after me, so I had no other choice to chase after Urias. So they're like, hey, quit your game and go inside. Like, no one answered. Like, well, the girls were yelling at me, so they're like, oh god, we got some beef in the hood again. So then they started, like, I grab Urias's hoodie and just pull him back a little bit. And then, well, his hoodie goes off, so I kind of throw it back at the girls. That pisses them off even more, so they start running with the hoodie and start whipping me with it when I was running fast after Urias. And then the teacher stopped us because for some reason the PE teachers are associated with lunch and recess as well. And probably everyone knows that, so yeah. Well, everyone that went to school, I guess, now knows that. Well, I went to school in 2019 through 2007 or whatever, I don't know. I don't know if adults had the same thing happen. Like, PE teachers were always the lunch attendants or whatever. Like, they always turn the light off and then say, you guys better be quiet or no recess. So, that's the end of that story. Never got a phone from Urias. And then, well, here's another time. Well, Miss Fee, the teacher at the 5th grade, right, yeah, 5th grade, like, that's the year after Griffinstein. After 5th grade, I went to Griffin. After 4th grade at Griffinstein, I went to Isaac Elementary, I guess. That's what you call it. Alright, then, well, something came up. Like, there's rumors about people smuggling phones into school and trading them off for some. So Miss Feet got onto that because the rumors were talking about this class. She was not having it at all. Well, Miss Tiffany, the teacher that probably was on Instagram or TikTok showing everyone that we were arguing about Nitro Type. Well, she got me in trouble with Miss Speed once. That's another story. Probably after this one. So, everyone had to get her backpacks and look. Like, she had to, and also we had to take the, thing in our pockets and just, hold it, have it out, the white stuff showing out. Well, someone, Rice had a phone. Rice had a phone, and then this. Wait, I think Isaiah went to the school too. Yeah, Isaiah. Oh yeah, Isaiah went to school too. It like transition into 5th grade to 6th grade. You see a lot of your friends. Not all, but a lot, if you're lucky. And then, yeah. So, oh yes. Wait, I think it was Nasir, this other kid that is actually in the my middle school too. That was in 5th grade. So then, wait, I think he was in 4th grade or 5th grade. Well, wherever he's in my school now. He had a phone too, so those two got in trouble. Like, people kept stealing in the classroom a lot. Like, every 2 weeks or so, Miss Tiffany and Miss B had everyone have their backpacks off and they searched the backpacks. That was a really common thing. And then, oh my god, the chocolate sale. That was even worse because we had this sale where we sell chocolate. Well, if we're good, Miss B gets this chocolate from that sale. Well, someone found a secret stash of chocolate, so stole her chocolate. And apparently it was enough for her to notice, so she had everyone empty their backpacks out, and, you know, the usual. And then, well, we found the world's finest chocolate wrapper. Because that was the chocolate. Oh, that chocolate's so good. Best chocolate ever. Chocolates. Best chocolate. I like the crispy. I like the crispy one. And then another chocolate bar in the backpack. And it wasn't in the box, like, we have to have all of our chocolate in our box. Well, me and my mom bought some chocolate for our own, but I really don't keep, well, if she gives us chocolate and I don't really feel like eating it immediately, I will put it in my backpack. But that wasn't any of those times that someone stole. Well, luckily, because I might have gotten in trouble for it actually. So, yeah. Actually, last year I went back there and played my trumpet for them. Oh yes, now time. So I was, after we did Dreambox or whatever on the computers, I got done with that. Some of my friends were having free time, so I went over there. And then Miss B told me a song, I forgot what it was, and then Miss Tiffany was like, he's gonna be mad about it. He's gonna be mad about that, Miss B. Like, well, if he's gonna be mad about that, he can go sit on the couch, which, yes, there was a couch in that classroom. Like, we were, like, we got to use, we got special treatment, I guess. So, every day we would go, put little cards with our pictures on them in a slot. We'll have a picture of the seat that we want to sit on. Well, the rule is you can't sit on a seat that you sat on the other day, the day before. My favorite was the couch because I can dual draw on it, but I told to stop dual drawing on it. And the ball with a bouncy ball with a, it's a bouncy ball chair. That one was fun. I like to bounce on it a lot. That was a fun one. honestly favorite I don't even remember. Except this chair that was like one of those chairs. A cool chair. Hang on, I'll be right back. Alright, so it was this, it's like a poolside chair, but it was a lot lower. That's the first chair I ever sat on in that classroom. So yeah, I'm trying to think of some more stories. I didn't really get into any fight that Isley. Because they were a lot stricter back then. Alright. On that note, I'm gonna end it now. So, peace out, everybody.